me, you, Samurai Rimuru, you know it's gonna be a good time. We have his ability Uriel, which is giving everyone on his team 20% DR for the first 70 seconds of a quest. This may not sound that impactful, but imagine using this with characters that are a little bit slower, that are also DR based. This initial DR could possibly save your team. The skill is pretty cracked. If you're on a mono demon team, you're getting 80 art gauge. The art's gonna be your HP heal along with the super arts damage buff. The super arts damage buff is very nice, especially for himself, which you'll see in a second. The true art is where the physical res comes in, and the art gauge on this bad boy is type F. And the super art is just a massive nuke button. You swipe this baby up and you just blow up whatever's in front of you. It pretty much has the same animation as Demon Lord Rimuru, like the original, so it's very quick. In terms of the equip slots here, we have a 5-star physical, 5-star support, and a 5-star heal. For that 5-star physical, man, you need to go ahead and throw on that true weapon, bro, every single day of the week. 5-star support, AoE art shin items. If you don't have AoE art shin items, then use the free-to-play ones like Lesser Demon Heart and stuff like that. 5-star heal, highly recommend you either just go with Fina Devil Wings here, or if you're running him on Mono Dark Demon, then this is probably where you're going to be slotting in some kind of Mono Dark relic. When it comes to the crest slots, it's very easy with this character. You're looking at either attack up, equipment CT, and art gauge up. Now we're going to look at the animations here, and the animations for Samurai Rimuru. I want to keep calling him Demon Lord Rimuru, even though that's technically still true, but Samurai Rim. We have the attack skill here, just 2 slices, very quick. We have the skill, which I actually like this a lot. It kind of reminds me of like Virgil to an extent, right? If you guys have played DMC and done like his judgment cuts, I don't know, it kind of reminds me of that just a little bit. The art right here is 2 slices and then straight into it. It's probably one of his longer animations. This is his longest animation that he has. The true art, it seems like it just takes kind of forever to happen. And the super art, like I said before, Beelzebub, right? But this time it has the added effect of being the slice at the end. And the slice, this has a ton of hits to it, chat. Like so many hits happen within this super art, but it is a very fast one. Now the first thing we're going to do is take him up against a few different fights in some sustained comps. I personally feel like he's a bit better as a sustained character and just utilizing him for everything that he has in his kit than only utilizing him for his big booms. We will be seeing some big booms later, I promise you. I at least got maybe 2 or 3 big booms for you. But his power and sustain, man, is just like undefeated. Everyone on this team stacks art gauge, so we are literally fine. Now we are off to the races, and this is where we can start utilizing the art once we have the true art shin going, and once that happens we can actually just start popping off with everybody else and really getting a lot of benefit from this character. You'll see right here we're gonna actually be able to get off with the super art, and you'll see the damage pop up in just a second. Let's watch this deeps real quick. Watch it. Look at that. And that is just with like no damage buffs whatsoever, apart from maybe an attack up from this man, MP. We pop that art, instantly we're back up when it comes to our health. One thing that's really good about this art too, is that this art says that it is, well, you can't see it here because, you know, the game, but this art increases your max HP and not all stats. So for an example, MP, he increases all stats on his art. We can actually utilize both of these arts in conjunction with each other. So look, exactly what I was talking about. We can flick up here and flick up here. We're at 6,300. We go all the way up to 11K. Mind you, we really want to make sure that we constantly have our true art up and we don't let that fall off. If it falls off, that could be, you know, a little bad for us, a little bad. Another thing that's good is that you don't have to worry about your arts damage buff falling off, right? Your arts damage buff is just tied to when you use your super art. So if you don't use your super art, like ever, then you don't have to worry about, hey, you know, that's going to fall off soon. Because look, right now, we still have that buff in effect, and we're going to pop that, and you'll see that we'll deal crazy damage, and yeah, I mean, he's such a GOAT, bro. One thing to note that does suck just a tiny bit is in this exact situation, we actually cannot make use of his additional damage that he's getting on his super art because Kirisame is being forced to be at low HP. We cannot heal Kirisame up to 80% or more HP, so whenever we use this super art, it is a bit weakened in this current state. But you'll see right here, we're going to do a bit more damage. We're going to also pop our art just to try getting a bit more attack in, and that should be death. Yeah, there we go. We bring up the detail screen, and as you see right here, 23.9 milli from this man, Samurai Rimuru. Let's see if I can get it. I'm going to be spamming the Force Keratos here. Please don't freeze me. Okay, we're fine. Now, one thing that I do want to do, if I can, is I want to get him to this next threshold before we break. since at this threshold, that's where you need to break him. And if we can make it there before then, that would be fantastic. We are extremely close to it. Oh, dude, yeah, we're definitely gonna be able to get, hopefully. I don't want to pop a super art, but I'm gonna pop a super art here. Yeah, we made it. Okay, cool, dope. As mentioned before, quicker you're able to beat him, the better. And we're gonna pop off with this, and this is gonna allow us to, oh wait, maybe, okay, there we go. All right, so this is gonna allow us to get 200 arc gauge back with everyone. We're gonna pop off with all this stuff too, just so we can get an instant refresh on all of our arts. We're just gonna pop super arts with Diablo and this man Rimuru as well. I don't know if Diablo's gonna be able to hit with his dark res down by that point, but maybe. Another thing that I will say is that this arch gen can fall off pretty quickly. It only lasts for 20 seconds, and if you're not on your P's and Q's, you will sometimes be like, oh, it's still up, but it's actually not up at all. So try to keep that in mind, either by looking at when the physical debuff falls off on the boss, or just, you know, looking down and seeing if he has the arch gen buffs on his player icon. Yeah, he might be dead right here from this man Rimuru. Oh yeah, he's definitely dead. Yeah, look at that. Easy clear. Check out the deeps real quic, and actually Shiro out damaging him. And I know exactly how, because I think I used Shiro's super art like 3 or 4 times. I only used Demon Lord Rimuru's like twice or something. But one thing to take note of is that, as you see right here, even though Samurai Rimuru has all of that raw modifier increases when it comes to that super art, having just innate damage buffs, like Shiro having the attack buff, the damage buff on that super art, helps out so much more than just increasing a number, right? So this fight really isn't that bad, and especially with the team we have, very easy clear, right? We just gotta focus on the insta break, which we're gonna be able to get just by doing that, this, and we're gonna pop off with that. And then we're also gonna be able to get the arc gauge online by doing this. One thing that's really good about Shadow is that, of course, he is stacking physical res down with this man Rimuru. And we do have a break right there. We're gonna pop up with this and this. We're gonna be seeing some big boy damage come through. Look at this right here, man. Sheesh. All the way down. 35 million? 32? Hey, 32. We're gonna save the super art here on War God Finn, because I kind of just want to like insta kill this boss right after this. I'm gonna pop with the super art right here, and I think this will insta kill him. Yeah, it definitely will. He's taken all the way down. Look at that. Easy peasy, 42-second clear. And in that situation, we were able to make use of literally everything Samurai Rimuru was offering, right? The art giving everybody the super arts damage, which in that case was really good because that entire thing is just a DPS race. We were able to use the true art, which actually stacked physical res down with Shadow. That's something to note. Probably one of his best partners. Look at that. Samurai Rim with 18 milli. I'm telling you, these two right here, Shadow and Samurai Rimuru, that's going to be a match made in heaven if you're focusing on mainly physical comps. When it comes to nukes, I feel like you gotta give this guy either defense ignore or crit chance. And in this exact setting, we're giving him crit chance. We're gonna turn on the detail screen so you guys can see it in game, what it looks like. But as you see, we're gonna be popping off with the true art right here, just giving a bit of damage. We're gonna be popping off literally every single thing we have using the true art right here, super art, and then super art. And you're gonna see big boy deeps coming through with this man Rimuru. He's going all the way up to 20 million just like that. And actually, nope, it's not even done yet. Now at 37 million with a singular use of his super art. Now, one thing that me and my chat was discussing, that if you can find a way to do this, you will probably be able to get tons of more damage. If you can get off his art by maybe utilizing his skill or something else, and then using his super art, that is going to benefit you way more than just using his super art outright. So as you see right here, we have his super art right now, and then you're going to see the damage is going to go up substantially since he does have that additional arts damage buff too. And now he's going all the way up to 45 million. One thing you can do is that since he does give the art gauge on the skill, and if you're using enough demons, in this setting we only have 2. If you can maybe slot in 3, possibly an entire team of demons on a nuke comp, you could get off his art, then go straight into the super art by, you know, help of all the other various equips you have on your team. That might be the strat when it comes to this guy, because the extra super arts damage buff is massive for him. But if we want to see just how it works in the nuke, hey, let's go ahead and do it. Brand new Special EX, right? I'm gonna pop this. I'm going to also just go ahead and get everything else online. We're also going to use the art right here just to see if it is possible. Not really. It seems like we are lacking a little bit. Like, look, the boss is already dead, and in that setting, we weren't able to. If we were maybe using a different item for our physical equip, if we were using Ashura or anything else that's giving us, you know, a massive burst of arc gauge, we would probably be able to use the art and then be able to still go into super art with everyone else. I'm going to see if I can maybe switch it around and use his skill first, and then use some of the support items we have here along with this, and we're going to pop off with that now, and we are going to use this. And in that setting, we do almost have our true art, but we're definitely not going to be able to have a super art, I don't think, are we? There we go. We are close. So it is possible. It is definitely possible. If you use that art tech, your damage is going to go so much higher with this man, Samurai Rimuru. But as you see though, Samurai Rimuru is so versatile. This guy can be used practically everywhere in any team comp and always get value. There are maybe a few negatives here. He does share an Arch-Gen type with one of the best damage mitigation characters in the game, which is Beta, which will suck if you are picking between him or Beta in in-game, but you don't always need that crazy amounts of DR. Another thing is that this guy, even though he is kind of just very well-rounded and such a good unit overall, I think that's his biggest downfall as well. He doesn't really seem to excel in any particular field. He's just very good all around, which is both a blessing and a curse. And that's pretty much all I can say about this man, dude. Absolute behemoth of a unit. God tier character, and highly recommend that if you got him, you gotta build him. And if you didn't get him, maybe, you know, do another summon once the reset happens and pray to God that you get lucky. But hey man, that's gonna be it for this video. Thank you all for coming out. Tell me down below what you guys think about this man, Samurai Rimuru. Are you loving him? Are you hating him? Or is just kind of whatever? Let me know all that type of stuff down below. Also, if you enjoyed this video, hey man, check out either one of the other videos popping on the screen right now. Great content, guarantee you love them. Oh, and one more thing before you leave, don't forget to drink water.